Today we'll be speaking to Aman Choudhary, who's studying computer science at the University of Michigan, Ann Arbor. He shares his tips on how students can use the Common App and how they can improve their essays.
Hi, my name is Aman Choudhary, and I am a sophomore going into my junior year here at the University of Michigan, and I'm studying computer science through the College of Engineering. Some of the cooler classes I've taken so far include EECS 445, which is a class on machine learning. Machine learning is a pretty cool topic to me, and the class talked about a lot of cool models and principles in the field of machine learning that I thought were very interesting. I also took EECS 281, which is a class on data structures and algorithms, and that's a very core class for the computer science curriculum and for any software engineer, so that was a great class as well. This upcoming semester, I'm also taking a few more computer science classes. One in particular that I'm looking forward to is a class on computer security, which is led by a professor who was actually involved in the 2016 presidential elections, so I'm looking forward to that. In addition to just the computer science classes, I'm also taking humanities/general elective classes as well. For example, this upcoming semester, I'm going to be taking a class on electronic music production. I'm also interested in music and creating and producing. And so, I have that alongside just the computer science classes to create a good balance in my curriculum. One of the biggest pieces of advice I would give to students who are writing their essays for the University of Michigan is to make sure that you are not just recounting, but you're actually reflecting in these essays. And what I mean by that is, at the end of the day, these essays should be telling the reader and the application reviewer something about yourself via an experience or an incident or whatever it may be. And so you don't want it to become bland by just simply recounting different parts of what happened. You don't want it just to be listing out statements or facts. That's not engaging, that's not exciting for the reader. Instead, you want to make it more like a story. It should be more of a reflection, and you really want to put the reader into your mind and really give them insight into what was going on with you, again, in this particular incident or whatever you may be writing about. That will really help you make your essays stand out because, again, it will make it more engaging for the reader, and it'll also make it more illustrative and more descriptive and as opposed to just, again, listing out what happened or listing out how you felt in this particular incident. That won't be the most engaging, and that definitely will not help increase your chances of being admitted. So again, make sure you reflect and you don't just recount. My biggest piece of advice I would have for students applying to the University of Michigan through the Common App portal is to start as early as possible. I'm sure you guys have already heard that before, but it's incredibly important that you start writing your essays as early as possible, start preparing all the various scores and test papers that you need as early as possible, just to make sure that you're prepared when the time comes to submit. And not only that, I would also recommend putting yourself into the system, into the University of Michigan application system as early as possible, which means try, if you can, to apply early action. The reason why is, if you look at an example like myself, I applied early action and I ended up getting deferred into the regular round. And even from that, I ended up getting waitlisted, and I only got accepted off of the wait list late in May. So it definitely makes a difference if you can put yourself into the system as early as possible to give yourself the biggest chance of being admitted. And so, that would be my very biggest piece of advice to all students out there.